So I thought we would do a question-answer thing. I call it the rapture. Where does the word rapture come from? So let me explain something to you. The Bible was originally given to us, the New Testament, in Greek. Most of the people in that part of the world, in the time of Jesus and his disciples, spoke Greek. So the original Bible is written in Greek. Now the Bible, as the scriptures were being passed by the apostles to other countries, the Greek was being translated into, very early on, by the 2nd century, they already were translating the Bible into languages to head towards Russia, into languages that was going down into Africa, and so forth, so that the people could understand the scriptures that could not read or talk Greek. And in the year 384, now other languages were already, Bibles were being written in other languages already, but by 384 in Europe, most of the people were now speaking Latin. How many of you old-timers took Latin in school? Yeah, okay. Latin lasted for a long time, especially through Europe, and even a little bit into the USA. So I'm just glad that the teaching of Latin ended basically when I hit school. But the Latin Bible was translated into Latin 384, and we had the Latin Bible for 1,000 years before it was translated then into English. Now, I want everyone to understand the Bible is being translated into many languages at this time. But in Europe, they were using the Latin Bible for 1,000 years, and then finally it was translated into English as well. Now, if you look in your Bibles and you look at the word that's translated caught up, in verse 17, do you see the two words that say caught up? All right, that's arpassio in the Greek, and it's translated caught up. In the Latin, the word that's used for caught up is rapture. So in the Latin Bible, it says that when those of us that are still alive and are left will be raptured. It's a Latin word that was in the Bible. By the way, the longest written Bible in history was raptured. I'm raptured by my wife. I'm caught up in her love and her looks, okay? So it's funny when people say to me, sometimes Christians will come to me and I'm like, ah! And they'll go, Pastor, the word rapture is not in the Bible. And I'm like, you're right. It's not in the English Bible. And and they'll go, well, that's in the English Bible, the words are caught up. And they'll go, that's what's in the Bible. And I'm like, well, that's not technically in the Bible either. The original is Greek, arpassio, which means to catch up, to take up, to snatch, to take to heaven. So just like the English is not the original Bible either, neither is rapture, so to speak, but it all means the same thing, okay? So I just like rapture, okay? It's the Latin term for caught up. If you don't like rapture, that's fine. And you want to be biblical, you just go, I don't believe in the rapture. I believe we're caught up with Jesus. Okay, go ahead. I'm okay with that.